What y'all doing? Welcome to the scope. It's Abby time. Come do some reads. uh, it's been a slow day, y'all. So, hello, your selectrician. Probably said that all wrong. I'm sorry for killing your name. I didn't mean to. I just suck at names. See my hair graying. It's like a little floopy floops. So, all right. Since I didn't let anybody know I was coming on here, it's going to be slow to join. People will have to share it out and folks up in here. So, I'm not familiar with your name. So, you can, if you would like, since I don't know if you've been here before here, you can ask a question and I will hook you up with a freebie just because I can. So, you can go general, you can go specific. This is one question, though. I'm not giving out like a whole reading because ain't nobody got time for that. If you want to get a whole reading, you absolutely can contact me on Facebook, Reads by Abby Black, Instagram, spiritual.awakenings. You can email me, Reads by Abby Black. I was sitting outside earlier and I was like, you know what? Because I had this massive sale where my half hours were 35 instead of 60 and my hours were 55 instead of 80. And I really liked it. I liked the feel of it. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to continue that out until the 2nd. If you're one of my regulars and you put time on the books, you can absolutely get those rates and you can put up to 3 hours on the books at a time. So, Kwani, see, I remembered how to say that name. It's okay, honey. I'll give you a question since you didn't get to get yours yesterday. You guys feel free to wander in, share out the broadcast, pull up a chair. So what you want to know? Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Somebody said she fell asleep. I was like, oh, poor thing. I'm sorry. So if you want to, you can go ahead and ask your question now while you're alert and awake and conscious. Consciousness absolutely helps. You can do it without cards. What does Spirit want you to know? We'll lay them down. Okay, so when I go through this and I don't use the cards, it does more come from a shamanic standpoint. So you have to understand, from me doing it from a shamanic standpoint, I automatically start looking at the things that are issues that prevent you from succeeding and doing the things you want. The main thing that came over me and it washed over me was it was a fear. It was just this, it's like you want to be seen, you want to be recognized, you want to have things to happen. You absolutely do, but at the same time, it's a fear that if eyes are on you, you're going to fail. So it's a fear of success, and it's also an issue. It feels like where with you people depend on you. They you know they want to see you succeed, and you have this whole insecurity that you're going to let them down. So you don't really put yourself out there as much as you could or should because of that. That is something you absolutely need to work through. Um, because I do feel like it's holding you back. Um, the second thing is, I hear, do I have gifts? Yes, you have gifts, absolutely. That's part of the problem. You are empathic as Virg. Um, and I think that's where some of the inward chaos comes from because I don't think you can differentiate what is yours and what is other people's. So it's almost as if the people around you are living in chaos and that chaos becomes your own. So there's a video, if you scroll through my videos, it's about empathy. It'll be down 3 or 4 months in the videos, but empathy is in the title. Absolutely watch that because I think it's going to answer a lot of questions for you and give you a direction as to where you need to go and understanding who you are as an individual. Hey, Miss Lopez. Um, I feel like you right now, there's so much you want to do, and so many things that you want to put into action. Yeah, I heard it clear as a bell. I feel like there's so many things you want to do that you want to put it into action. And it's not necessarily a lack of motivation as much as, like I said, it's that fear and the insecurity that you're going to let the people down. But definitely watch the empathy video because I think it's gonna touch on some things. If you don't want to go through all that, you can just go to YouTube, type Spiritual Awakenings with Abby Black, and the videos are on there. It'd be easier to probably find than on here. I think that'll answer some questions for you. It'll make sense of some of the things you've experienced. And then you'll learn how to control that. And I think that will help take away some of the fear and insecurities so you can move forward. Alrighty. So, yes, you have gifts. I have turkey in my teeth. I'm sorry, y'all. You're welcome. What you wowing about? You're very welcome. Okay, we're just going to keep going with you for a second. Definitely the empathy. I get clairaudience also. You're what I consider like a bloodborne. So it definitely is in your lineage. I definitely feel like your mom's mom had it. Your mom even has it to a degree. But there's a whole bunch of denying that it exists. And there's twisting what it is also. It's almost like I just got a really good intuition or something like that. Hello, Dr. Kimmy. You can sense spirit. Definitely can hear them, which is what clairaudience is. The empathy is the ability to feel other people's feelings, thoughts, intentions, and energies on places and things. This one's weird because I'm trying to see, because it's like when I look at people, empathy is like the backbone of all abilities. I don't think people have abilities could exist without empathy. But it's kind of like the healer aspect is flagged on you. But I know it's in your upline. It's like I have no doubt. Your grandmama, I don't know who your mama's mama is, but god dang, okay. She absolutely could heal just by touching and being in the energy. And she absolutely knew she had skills and abilities, but like I said, I don't think they called it what it was. With you, I see it. It's like it's there, but I don't know if it's like a stain or if it's so much of you not wanting to open up and allow that part of you to come through because you do have the fears and the acceptance issues and not wanting to let people down. You got a lot of strong women in your lines. I think that's some of it too, because even though they may not have, their successes. Okay, here, let me put this the right way. People can be successful without having massive amounts of income or without having college degrees, things like that. In your mind, it's like you set them apart. It's like they're successful in their own rights and their own ways. Hello. And so it's like you can't touch that in your mind. And so you try not to delve into it because it's almost like you will not be able to be them. And you don't even really want to compare to them, but you're afraid you won't like be their standard, if that makes sense. I gotta put my glasses on because all kinds of people starting to come up in here now and I'm blind. Hello, Purple Rain. Hey, Dr. Kimmy. Hello, Vanessa. So are you understanding and resonating with what I'm saying? You guys, pull up a chair. Feel free. Invite. Share the broadcast. Sharing is caring. Hook a sister up with some shares. Invite your people. Let your people be my people. Well, don't be shocked. You asked me to open up. See what Spirit would say. So, Definitely got to watch the empathy video. Like I said, you can find it on YouTube. Go to Spiritual Black. Excuse me, Spiritual Awakenings, Abby Black, and you can type it in. You'll probably find it easier than scrolling through all my videos here. Absolutely, your mom had it. Your grandma had it. Um, it's weird because you have two mothers that come through. You have one that comes through as deceased, and you have one that comes through as living. Um, I'm just spending some time on you. Hope it's okay. As long as it's coming, I'm just gonna push it. Um, the one that comes through as deceased has issues around the chest, the heart, the lungs. The whole entire area is just red and inflamed. So I don't know if you had a biological mother and then you had another mother that took the role as mother. Um, because I see the two mothers and I see one that is deceased. Like I said, chest issues. It's red, it's inflamed, and that seems to be the cause of the passing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Um, you've lost a lot of people also. Um, the one that's passed that identifies as the mother says she has a brother with her. And okay, you say a car accident, but was it chest impact that took her? Because it seems that it's all chest, lungs, heart, that kind of thing. It's just red. It's damaged. It's absolutely yes. You can absolutely feel sicknesses and stuff off of people. Okay. So that's why the chest and the inflammation came through there and the problems. She also says that she has a brother with her. So if this is a physical mother, you will have an uncle there. But the thing is, she says he is responsible for his death. It doesn't feel like a suicide as much as him not taking care of himself. It's almost like he knew he had issues, he didn't do shit about it. He knew he was at risk for things and he didn't manage it, he didn't handle it. That kind of situation because she puts the blame on him. They're blunt. I love your people too because they call it like it is. Um it is natural ability, yes. Let's see. So do you understand what I'm saying about the uncle? Now also, um her mother, so I'm assuming this is the biological. This is not the second role mother, the second one that feels like it was a pickup or a take up. Um, okay, because this has to be the biological because she shows me the mother and I see the grandmother that is here physically. Um, it seems like she says they've been concerns about her health a lot also lately. Um, there's issues with diabetes, there's issues with heart issues, there's blood circulation issues because the legs are red and inflamed from like the knees down. There's a lot of things that are going on with her and her health. Um, and honestly, I mean, I don't see like a time of death on this woman because I feel like she's hard. She's a strong ass woman. Hello, celebrity. I don't see her passing, but I do think that, there is things that she needs to take care of that she's not taking care of properly also. And I think that when she goes, it's going to be devastation for the family. It's like, no, it's the same ones. You just usually up here. But the family's going to have a hard time because she truly, genuinely is a matriarch. And so it's almost like you're stepping into the role of that. I don't see them. Now, I'm not saying that they aren't there, but I don't see them. So either they would have been destroyed and like no one read them, so there would be no way, for anybody to know what was in them. It's like there's a void. So I'm sorry. That's empathy. That's what happens, Vanessa. Queenie, you must have just, well, Kwani, you must have just needed answers. You must have just needed some clarity because they just kept saying, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I never really do that. You know, I'll give people a little bit, but I don't push it. You know, I keep it short and brief here. But I feel like you needed it for your own personal. Um, and I do feel like in a lot of ways, because I was told that, you know, your grandmother is the matriarch. She holds everything together. Um, I think that you will be filling that role because it will have to be your place to keep everyone sane and to kind of make them get through it all. And it will be a lot of responsibility. But, you know, like I said earlier, you come from a lot of strong women. And so you absolutely can do it. Um, the mother figure is honestly around you quite often. I don't know if when you passed or if when she passed, excuse me. My ears are ringing. Hold on. I don't know if when she passed you were like 12, 13 because I see you younger, but I feel like you absolutely could feel her initially all the freaking time. And now it seems like it's stopped or it's, you know, kind of backed off some. And there's disconcernment there too because, you know, it's like you have so many things going on. Why am I not seeing you? Why am I not feeling you? Why am I not hearing you? It's not that she's not there. It's just you already have the tools within you to handle everything. And so she doesn't have to watch you. She knows what you've grown into. She sees it. She knows you're positive. She knows you're productive. She knows you're capable. The watcher. She doesn't have to be there to say, okay, let me lead you, let me guide you. You know, I feel like initially that's what she done. She kind of pulled you in the right direction because you could have turned out much different than you did. And so even from the other side, she was trying to kind of guarantee you had a safe passage into adulthood, and she's done that. Um, in times of need, yeah, she's still there, but it's not a constant anymore because you don't need her in that sense anymore. Um, just know that she absolutely still loves you. She is around, not as much as she used to, but you're good. You made her proud. You did what she wanted you to do, as far as because, like I said, it could have been so different. I don't understand that. Maybe you do, but it's like when you were handed the worst possible catastrophes and fuck up, you know, situation instead of letting it turn you bitter or turn, you know, shut down, or you did become a good person. You used it as fuel. So that's a good thing. All right. All right. So I'm okay. I'm absolutely okay. Sometimes it just comes in really quickly, and when they start spewing stuff, you get the earrings, and you're like, head's gonna pop, and you just gotta balance. I appreciate you too, and I'm glad. I hope I helped something. All right, so I am doing readings. Oh, thank you. So, hey people, let me put my glasses back on so I can see words. Words. Hello, the Aries. Hey, Dr. Kimmy. So, may you have one. Absolutely. I am doing it by donation though because the girls got bills to pay. So you can send a minimum of $5 to PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. If you need the information for those, I will absolutely post it and I will tear your question apart. And as always, you can go general, you can go specific. Um, I will. Oh, thank you. You're doing dishes and listening at the moment. I did my dishes earlier. I cleaned my kitchen up because I roasted a big old turkey and I wanted the kitchen to be clean. That way when I got through, what nothing to do but put the turkey away. I can't stand cooking and having a nasty kitchen. It's like a pet peeve. People go in the kitchen and cook, and I'm like, how the hell you do that when it's in the sink? And just don't. That's nasty. Alrighty. So, readings are open. Oh, your cash up now. Okay, I'll be here. I can't cook in a dirty kitchen. And another thing, it was funny. Somebody had posted on Facebook a few days back, and it completely resonated with me. They said, "How are you going to go in a kitchen when your mama tells you to wash the dishes and not wipe the counters down and all?" That was a given growing up. When they said go wash the dishes, you knew you're going to wash the dishes, wipe the counters down, wipe the sink down. You didn't walk out the kitchen until the kitchen was clean. That meant clean the kitchen. It didn't mean wash the dishes. But yeah, I've had to think about that. Because I know my grandma, she was like, you need to go wash the dishes. And I go in there and you'd be spotless by the time I left. Right? It best all be done. They ain't no half doing stuff. My grandma would have come in there and be like, I know your ass didn't come wash some dishes. My grandma, I loved her. And she honestly, in a lot of ways, was my mother. Um, she was just amazing. And you remember the show, if you're old enough, you may know it, Good Times. Esther Roll was the woman that was the mother on there, JJ's mom. My grandma looked like her, except she was white. I mean, she passed as white. So, she was mixed, but she passed as white. But she looked like Esther Roll. I used to watch Good Times after my grandma passed, and I would want to cry because it was like, right? All right, Dr. Kimmy, let's hook you up. What you want to know, girl? What you want to know? What's your flavor? Tell me what's your flavor. General, it is. All right. I do not know you, so I will not let you in my broadcast. I have no objections if I'm reading somebody. Like, for example, I know Dr. Kimmy. Dr. Kimmy's a legit person, and I love her. And if she wanted to jump in my broadcast, I ain't got no problems with it because I'm reading her. And I know her. I know she ain't going to do some stupid stuff up in here. So what do you need to know? What are the circumstances? What's the situation? What we got? What is the divine want her to know? You got some financial coming your way. You got good stuff happening. Yours mostly seem to be about financial. I mean, in the way it looks like it's all legit. Right now, you have the King of Wands that's in a reverse. So there is some questions about stability. It doesn't feel like it's the main source of income though. So I don't know if you've got a side gig going on or something you're wanting to start as far as creating a business or a side income of some sort. But it shows with that whole King of Wands in a reverse that it's kind of the beginning. It's not something I already set up and established. It's something you're directing side energy at. You have the Knight of Pentacles that comes up in a positive crossing it though. So hopefully you know what I'm talking about. That's kind of the green light saying, go ahead, put the time, put the effort in it. And I think part of it too is you're saying, okay, well, I don't know if I should put money in it to make it work because, yeah, because it seems like there's this whole question about it's there. You could have already done it, but it seems like there's some sort of investment that you need to put into it. And so you've been questioning that because you don't want to do it unless you know you're going to get something back. With it in a positive position, it looks fantastic. I would say go ahead and put the money in it, put the time in it, and get it set up. You also have the Page of Wands that comes up in a positive. Wands in a positive bring you stability. You also have the page there. Pages are messengers of things. If they're in a positive position, it's a good message. Your theme here has been finances all the way through. So that's telling me that when it comes to this, it's going to increase your finances. It's going to increase your possibilities, things like this. Hey, hey, how you doing, Cece? Next thing you have is the Four of Wands. So for me, this is the theme of the situation. This seems more family oriented. It seems more of a group thing. It doesn't seem like, for example, one-on-one counseling. It seems like I'm just going to put it in that perspective because that's how it came out of my mouth. Um, it seems like it's more, like I said, family group. It's more about rekindling things because you have that Four of Wands. It's about people coming together at times and the situations being crazy, and somehow you bring a peace to it. Hope you get it. Um, you also have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a new area for you. That's you saying, I don't know if I can do this, if I can make it succeed. But girl, every one of your cards has been fantastic, except for your own self-doubt one. So, I mean, everything is screaming in the universe. Do it. Now's the time. Time to handle this. Situation's going to be good. I mean, you just got to squash them them interferes and go with it. Because you good to go. You got this. You handling it. Look at you. All successful and stuff. I hope you knew what I was talking about. So, I love you too, Aries. I'm glad you dropped by. Get you some good sleep. Get you some relaxation. I haven't seen me do readings in a long time. Well, that's because my life was a little bit funky. I had people dying, and I had health issues, and had family issues, and it was just a situation where it was overload, and I will not read if I'm emotionally not in a place that's secure because I won't bring that to the table. I'm supposed to bring people clarity. If my own shit's a mess, ain't no way you're going to bring clarity. Well, I'm actually feeling a lot better. I'm doing really, really good now. So it's a good thing. Hello, 55 Master. Now, the list is open. If someone has a question, they can absolutely ask. And it is a minimum of $5 per question. You can pay through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Yes, and that's another thing. People think when you work in the spiritual community that you are exempt from hardships, that your life is all sunshine and rainbows and moonbeams. But I'm still a human being. I still have my own share of shit I got to deal with. I'm still here on this planet to grow just like everybody else. And so, I'm going to have them experiences. So, I got to deal with it. And if you ever deal with somebody that's supposed to be a light worker, spiritual, or whatever, and they act like it ain't nothing but happiness, you better run. Because I'm going to tell you, we all got a side. We all got that shadow self where our fears and insecurities hide. And it can't be all happiness and sunshine all the time. It just don't work that way. So, you know what I'm saying? So, next. Anybody want a question? Dusty Dream 2 has asked to join. I will let you in. Do you think tarot cards are black magic? I believe black magic. Magic is magic. Dusty, we'll see what happens from this. You're welcome, Kimi.
See, do you do private readings?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what do you charge for your private readings, or is it by the half hour, or what?
It's by half hour or hour. Typically it's 60 for a half and 80 for an hour. But I am doing a special until the 2nd. It feels really nice, so I'm sticking with it. Where half hours are 35 and hours are 55. So you could message me on Facebook at Reads by Abby Black. If you have Instagram, it's spiritual.awakenings. You can message me, abbyblack@outlook.com.
You're not on Twitter?
I am on Twitter.
You are? I don't want to. If I add you, you're gonna want to block me because I'm a big Trump fan. I always tell people, don't look at it. It's my whole page is about Trump. So I don't care if you like him or not, but it gets crazy. Okay, it's all about politics right now.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I'm not sharing puppy dogs and rainbows.
You're entitled to viewpoint, so it doesn't mean that. Twitter, Civil SA_Abby Black. It's the same on Twitter. So if you Usually,
I'm looking at your profile.
yeah, if you
SA
click,
Abby Black is your score Abby Black on Twitter?
yes, it is.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'll take a screenshot of it. That's what I wanted to know, but I can't do anything till around the. I get paid on the 3rd, but
Okay.
I would like to do a reading with you. But here's a question I want to ask you because I've had lots of different readings done. Okay, because I have a lot of family members that died, and one
Okay.
of the questions I've always wondered: how do you stop them all from coming in, or do you have to just zone in on one that's just more powerful?
Here's what I do, and they are different sheets. As far as some of
Right.
this, the people on the other side are very, very strong. Some of them, they actually drain you because you have to give them your own energy to make it so that they can convey the messages.
Right.
Um, when I do a reading in from the mediumship aspect, what I do is I refer to it as throwing out the net. And at that point, what it's saying is, okay, I'm open, I'm available to anyone that does want to step forward. That could be friend, family members, even deceased pets that have had them come through. Um,
Oh my God, I
there,
just lost my dog.
yeah, I've had so many animals come up in reads. Um, there's no guarantee.
How does an animal communicate with you?
Well, I did a reading one time and I went to the woman's house, and it was funny because when she opened the door, there was this huge, like Saint Bernard there, massive dog.
Uh-huh.
And the
Wow.
whole time that I'm speaking to her, this dog is barking these big, deep, echoing barks. And finally, I had to stop the reading. And she's like, "Why are you stopping?" And I said, "I cannot read and have the dog barking at me the whole time." And to me, the dog was physical, it was real.
Oh, how weird.
She said, "I don't have a dog." She said, "What does it look like?" So I described the dog, and she's in tears. Busted. She said, "That's my dog that passed away not long ago." She showed me a picture, and the dog just disappeared. And so I think the dog was just trying to say, "Hey, look, I'm
I'm
here. I'm
okay. Yeah.
still energetically in your space."
Yeah.
Um, I have had animals come through, and it's weird because I didn't know I could do this till I was like 40. I went to this woman's house, and I was not even there for that. And
Okay, Jennifer.
her little dog hopped up on the ottoman in front of me, and I was just petting it. It's a casual thing. The dog's sitting there. And I just started getting these audibles in my mind, like someone was speaking. And I'm like, holy shit, this dog is talking to me. So I told my cousin Renee, I said, "I feel so weird, but I really need to talk to her." And
Wow.
she's like, "Well, she doesn't have a problem with that." And so I asked her, I said, "I have a question. Do you have another dog?" She said, "Yeah, she's really old, but she stays upstairs." And I asked, "Was that dog?" The dog, he gets upset because he wants him. And her job and I'm feeling more and more like a full like, oh my gosh. My husband has a cat that he feeds out there. But any time the dog is out there, the cat just looks back to him. And she was like, "How did you know this?" And I'm like, "I want to say, ma'am, your Shih Tzu talk to me." I've, I've only had it happen like 4 times, and so I try not to, it's not a point that I push or I try to, use. It's
Okay,
just if
but
it happens.
because I have so many family members, I mean from my daughter to just a ton. My husband so many that's gonna pray to make one come through, or how do you or do I even get that? Or do you know
Here's the thing.
Oni did a really okay. Oni did a real reading for me, and everybody hates Oni, and they can all say what they want. But what Oni did for me was very cool, and he did things I know weren't fake. That was not fake. That was real shit. And I was like, holy crap. So he really actually closed some doors because Oni didn't know that part of my life. He really helped me. But now that I've been thinking about all this, I'm like, I wouldn't mind doing another one because he came out of the blue and did mine online. It just like everybody heard it, and it shocked me. When I lost my account, I lost that reading. And it makes me so sad that I don't have it. But
Yeah.
that's why I would rather not do it online. I mean, we could do it on FaceTime or however you want to do it.
Yeah, I do it on Instagram, Facebook, over the phone. I have multiple ways that I can do it. Um, as far as being guaranteed the individual that you want is who you'll get, there is a way that it's going to be. It doesn't work that way. Like I said, the net goes out. A lot of times people get upset because they're really, really attached to an individual and they come through,
Right.
and they don't. And I've tried to explain to people that that's sometimes a really good because that means that you know they love you. You know that you loved them. There's
Absolutely.
no risk.
Yeah.
No. So it's actually a blessing sometimes when people don't come up. So,
Okay.
usually the ones that you need to speak to come up, the ones that actually can help you at the position you're in life, because every experience is an energy imprint. And
Right.
so, say for example, your brother passing. If he passed from an experience, you can kind of recognize parts of him. Chances are he would step forward first because that's the energy that you're most familiar with at this moment. You understand?
Yeah.
And so that's
Yeah.
kind of how it works. It's about where you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. What message you need to get through whatever your issues are so that you can go forward.
Yeah, I've listened to you quite a bit, and I've seen. Okay, I've seen a lot of psychics, and me and my daughter were in Vegas
Hmm.
not too long after my husband passed. So
Hmm.
we wanted to see John Edwards, but
Hmm.
we weren't up in front, like right next to where he was.
Hmm.
But when somebody came through, it was a dog, it was the Titanic movie, and all these different things that my daughter kept looking at me, and I kept looking at her, and somebody in the audience he was zoning in on, and we were like, that's not them. That's us.
Hmm.
I mean, that's very weird because everything that he was coming through, we were like, she goes, that's dad. How does that happen when you're a psychic and you're doing a reading in a big room or with multiple people?
Well, you kind of get pulled in the direction because, okay, it's like, for example, with your relatives,
Right.
you share blood. So you therefore have basically half of the same energy imprint. So you can see the similarity and you can get pulled in the direction you're going to go in. But that's kind of how we pinpoint it. We can
Okay.
see the similarities in the energy, the connections. Um, it's very all. It happens all the time. Actually, it happened in the last scope I did here.
Oh, it
I,
did.
yeah, I was reading a woman, and she was like, "That sounds exactly like me." Another lady in the room said it because there is similarities. Because when you come to get a reading, you're already putting yourself in a place energetically where you're open to healing. You're open to messages the divine has for you. And so even though it may not necessarily be your message, the things that are coming through may resonate with you and allow you to heal and move forward.
So that's how an energy can come through and give you a message to give to someone else.
Exactly.
Okay.
I help
Okay.
counselors. Sometimes if there's similarities between two people, like when I would read rooms or whatever, if this person has like similar circumstances and situations, their actual family member can pull someone in that, this individual over here experienced the same thing. For example,
Wow.
if you have two parents that lost children to basically the same disease, cancer or whatever, I can be reading this individual, but their child will pull their child in because there's a commonality. There's a similarity in the energy. So it's not like this child is having to bust their ass to get through. They kind of piggyback.
Yeah, I've seen that in a lot of readings. I mean, I can't tell you how many I've been to. There definitely is. Definitely is. You you just can't at all. We know that, So I
Yeah.
agree with a lot of that. So can well you're I'll send you it, but I'm Storm is coming. I think is my name on Twitter. So, but I'll send you
Okay.
a request. But I think it's let me look because I didn't want it to be CC anymore, so I changed it. It's Storm Rider 13. So let me
And
let me look you up while I got you on here. I want to put your name in here. So how? Okay, is it capital A?
It's capital S, capital A,
Wait a minute, capital
underscore.
S. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Capital S.
Yes. Capital S, capital A, underscore Abby Black. Everything everywhere is under spiritual awakenings. So that's what the SA is for.
Is Abby Black in lowercase?
The A and the B is capital.
Okay, let me see.
Yes. She put it up in the room.
Okay, let me make sure I send it to you. So I got you.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Go to SA Abby Black. Oh, there you are. I found you right away.
Amy.
Oh heck, how do I send you a message? I can settings and privacy. I what's it saying? Turn all.
You send me a message and I will message you tonight. That way.
I don't
Well,
know. I'm gonna have to figure out my settings because it doesn't want to let me in. How weird is that?
that's not cool. If you friend me, it should come up and say so and so is following me.
Okay, I just followed you, so you'll be in recent. So just remember the storm.
Gotcha.
Because I'm open to anybody. Everybody goes, "Are you closed?" And I go, "No," but I warn you, you may not want to follow me because I'll fill up your page with all kinds of crap. So
okay.
okay. All right, we'll go on with your readings, and I will send you a message later on when you can accept me, and we'll go from there. All right. All right. Thanks, Abby.
You're welcome. All right, guys and gals. Time to do some reads. So, if you want to get a reading, it's a minimum of $5 through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. And I love everybody. We all different. Variety's the spice of life. So, we all products of what we've experienced. So, I ain't mad at nobody. So, if you are interested in the reading, absolutely make a donation. I'll get you on there. There's no one on the list right now. And I feel really good about it. So till the 2nd, half hours are going to be 35 and hours are going to be 55. That is cheaper than my old rates. But I just know so many people right now are needing help and they're not in a position. So, I kind of want to give people an opportunity. And it's the new year too. So if people want to get big energy work done and focus on some healing and, just kind of get through these things and move forward and make the 2020 the best year it can be. This gives them an opportunity to get some of that done at a cheaper rate. Because my job is to fit Quani that was in here earlier. She was last night on my freebie. Answer one question and it just kept coming. And as long as I have a little hearts, I appreciate those. The title says like hashtag tarot or hashtag psychic. And so, it allows people to do their jobs and help people. So, dun, dun. You've been just saying, spiritual and metaphysical community, people tend to make things so much more complex. It's not a thing that I do that every one of you couldn't do. Okay? Your guides are there from the first breath you take. Your guides are absolutely, a lot of times I've seen it because sometimes that's all it takes to remove any of. I would like to meet my guides. Then you can set parameters. Chimes going off. It could be, I try to tell people not to pick. When you first start listening and communicating with your guides, and so you will notice that the sound, audibly, the voice is female. Start with very simple questions. And once you get established it, the easier it'll be to understand them. You'll get to the point where you will just set parameters. I want to see you in my sleep. I want to communicate with you. White, are you black? Or, just simple thing I do that none of y'all can't do. It's just learning how and coming. Hello. Nice to see you, Ben. Well, hello, Badman's Rising. Hello, Gaze Man. It's my donation. It's a minimum of $5. PayPal, Cash App. Pick it apart. Welcome to Avioscope. So, introduction to tarot for 35. I have the cup dissecting what exactly each card means in reverse and positive. 2 hours of video because it's video format. And it's staying sane class, which helps you identify skills and abilities that to deal with them, see how they actually manifest in your life. Pull you up a chair. I get you a glass of tea, locked, and you got no choice. The room, Periscope might be getting all glitchy tonight. I'd like to learn, but maybe not right now. I feel it. Things for free in here and tell what things mean, what stones work. So you get a lot of information just hanging out. Also, my YouTube channel. So it's a lot of it's informative. You know, you can get information. Enlighten people. I want to empower them. I want them to make this world your wish. I've had angel cards before and they didn't really resonate with me. I'm looking for synchronicities. I'm looking for cards and oracle cards, although they're inspirational and their insecurities stem from. And for me, when I use the tarot in the old Coptic orders and the things that have been passed down for thousands of years, you know, and I think love and light, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like I said earlier in my video, and sunshine, you know, sunshine and smiling. It's gonna be. I think tarot cards just have that so much more than hey or hey house or what's her name, Louise, whatever. I look at tarot as kind of like that will tell you what she's going to go on your ass and redirect you. And we live in a world where everything is quick to go. And, you know, and just kind of told, okay, this is how you see, this is the only job I've ever had. So this is my, oh, I guess they have postponed it until the 3rd, pushed back to the 3rd. Okay. Just $5 is the jump off point. Because I'm like, I think I know that person. And I look at the name and I'm like, I don't know. Kind of bug. Yeah. You can tell she's not feeling good. I had the influenza last week. It was brutal. That's what messed me up. It hurt to breathe. And now we got this coronavirus that's a new issue. In the movie The Stand, this plague comes and it kills all these people. Receive these dreams. They have these dreams, and this prophet comes to them called Mother F. They have one case in Chicago, one in Texas. They have crazy, and the flus that we have now, because they've gave us. Alrighty, it's picking up. It's scary. You know, coughs, sneezes, respiratory. So the area that it came out in Wuhan, the market that it was, because last time SARS had an outbreak, it was actually from that. PayPal is, as things go. It seems like there's some hesitation to have this done. I don't know in your part if it's the right choice. I have to be honest with you, changing on a big level. With this, I do on that, you have the 7 of Wands in a reverse. You have the 9 of Wands in a reverse. And you know that it's taken care of and you get that all clear. All of that. Because the 7 and the 9 of Wands are both about internal battle. People get diagnosed with a disease, a disorder, something. The crucial, not just because it cures it, not because it eliminates it, but I'm more impressed about the things that happen afterwards. Not feeling loved or valued thing. So good is coming, people, because you can't continue to keep pushing yourself inward. So the surgery's fine. I don't see any glitches. There's going to be issues. However, you're going to be so much better. Alrighty. You can absolutely jump on the list. There's no one on the list. Whatever the universe. You know, I'm always worried about that. She's quick. Thank you. All right. I was kind of curious with the name if it was going to. Fine. Your outcome is the Ace of Cups positive. you're just on overload. You're experiencing so many things coming at you, the things negative, that it's bringing insecurities and fears to the table. As far as finding, she must just copy that. How much for departed reading? But it's still 5. Okay. Good to see you. Good to have you around. Feel free to pull up a chair. Beef in my room. I'll work on you. I'll see what your charts say. All right. So we're gonna try to. Let's set those down. Hi, fine. Are you Mark? Okay. Cool. It's a weird question, but was he like a Mark? I just keep seeing it that way. And there's another thing, but oh, painter. She's got somebody around. Firefighter vibe, because I see the yellow pants like a firefighter, but it feels more. Well, I think that's needs someone there for her, and she wants someone there for the child from him about it. So I mean, it's and if you did this again, celebrity, oh my gosh, he's done this because what I'm seeing is it's like his partner is wise of the fact someone's going to be there for her. Okay, was his name Mark coming through as a deceased individual? It feels like there's more fit. Not sure yet. Okay. Were you in like a blue? Oh, Bonnie. Spoke once or twice, but it's more of a preparing people for it. I just kind of think, well, coming, name Mark is going to fix that. I've got names of diseases and shit sometimes, and I'm like, oh wow, that's gonna. I think his biggest thing for you is because you're very close to him. You're very. I don't think that he would be happy and content if he thought you were ass leggings. Y'all need to connect with Jennifer Lopez. She sells lubes and loves. What does that say? The whole. I don't understand how this works and remove a piece and kind of patch it because where it's going to be super duper hard to fix it. Last time I went to the doctor and they did my panels, I was at 83. It's I hate RA, I hate lupus, and that's when I don't ever give people shit. Well, right now for my inflammation levels, I take Inflectra injections where I have to go into the hospital and be so it sucks. You get nauseous, you get the head spinnies, but if you I didn't start getting actual treatment. I was about 34 in the muscles and things like that that connect. And so, like in your shoulders and your knees, your wrist. It's done this to you. Some of it, absolutely. My joints ache when people are diagnosed and they start realizing the problems, and you have climb. And in 5 minutes time, you can feel like you have pneumonia because free air hurts. And you just have to do stage 2. It starts going in and affecting your internal organs properly. And so it starts spreading and it kind of makes other situations. You're going to die. Right now, I'm at a acceptable with it. I'm not suicidal, but I'm content with dying. Most days I wake up and people talk about pain levels. Pain that I would physically move to keep myself blacked out from pain. And the doctor's like, that's not healthy. That's not normal. So maybe that is what it's connected to. But it is most common in Black women, yes. Glad I met you too. Do you think past lives have anything changed the outcomes? And I could see, okay, that's what I'm supposed to get from this, though. But it's still trying to figure out how I want tonight because I'm starting to get tired now. And so that does the same rates as half hours until the second, for 35, or you can do an hour for 55. Instagram, it's spiritual.awakenings. You can find me on Twitter. These rates are cheaper than what my old rates were. And my rates had not increased. And I don't see a point in charging somebody that much. That much. But if you're interested, because I have some people that come to me once a month, some people that come to me quarterly, sure everything's good. Right now, you're paying those sales prices. I believe my business webpage is in my profile. And the classes are available. Yeah, it'll be nice, $40. That's with the notes. It's an hour and a half long class. I promise that you are. How it all clicks together and makes perfect sense. You just gave me my sanity. So that one is $40. Tarot. I also just finished the cards class. That's you how to read them, how to break it down, and it tells you how to read it. And everything are not face to face. Anything that I can do that I've told you about whales. This afternoon, I was talking to a chick in Australia. I do more text messages, which I don't like typing because I am. But yeah, as long as I can communicate with you and you're in an environment, especially if I'm doing the energy work, where you are quiet and still, I can work with you. Readings, we're good. So, yes, they do, John Walker. I love it when they come in here and they try to act like I don't know God or know about God. I was in training to be a nun. I was a novice, walked away from that, and became ordained Pentecostal holiness. So that's too much. Then I was ordained Universalist Life Church. So I've got Christian ordinations. I probably know more about your Bible than you do, sir. So you might want to stop. Because you get me on that road, right? You get me on that road, I'm going to start pulling some stuff up. And we're going to have to handle it. We're going to have to handle it. So you might as well leave now. Is it now? Have you ever been there? Hell is a mental state. You need to understand the symbolisms and the understandings of the Bible, how people that were in those times and spoke Aramaic talked, the language, the things that happened in translation. You need to understand that Pontius Pilate is actually the reference to the Antichrist in 666. There's so much. People just, if you read your damn Bible, excuse my language. Gosh, it was your job. If you read the Bible, it says hell is a state the soul dwells in when it's first stone. So I know you're not coming in here judging, because the good Lord said all sins are immeasurable and great same. So that means if you steal a pen when you write a check in a grocery store and somebody goes out and commits murder, it's oh my God, Baby Shark is the worst fucking hear that song because I didn't want to hear it. And you know, I had a friend, had a little boy, he would listen to it, and I was like, oh, Jesus, no, because it's one of them that gets hung in your brain. Right? Mm. All right, guys. Oh, that works. Put coconuts on the inside. It does. My hair, everybody's like, well, why don't you try to do something with your hair? No, my hair has its own personality. My hair gets mad at me. I go in the bathroom and then if I take it down, it's become a whole entity. It's like this shit's like Medusa, just so I ain't about it. And oils you need for scalp treatment, for alopecia, to have hair growth. I got everything on there. That's like my whole little section. 44 is a combination of the Trinity with yourself. So that is saying, become aware that you are the divine. You are manifesting and creating your realities. But yeah, shit. Now I lost where I was going. Let me scroll through the comments. That's something else. Lupus affects your ability to control and regulate your body temperature. So that's another thing. If I get hot, I just pass out. That's become my thing for like the last year and a half. I've passed out a lot. And I never passed out before. It's usually been around health issues. But it's weird because I will feel my head and everything. Okay, I'm hot. I'm cold. That way I can fix it before it's like, oh shit, I can't walk. All right, you lovely, lovely people. Find me on Periscope right here. Follow if you haven't. Find me on Facebook, Reads by Abby Black or Abby Black. You can find me on Instagram, spiritual.awakening. I love you people. Be kind to you. And be good to everybody else too, because we all struggling. All right. Be good. Bye.